Well, goodness me, that was a show. Not gonna lie, that was a show.
You like that?
It was good. It was
You like
good.
that your son's a pay?
Crystal,
Hmm.
language.
Somebody heard me. I'm sorry. That's what she said in the movie. I
But you
didn't
can't
say.
quote that. You can't say that.
I can mock a movie like you mock it.
No, but you can't say that word.
Y'all got skill? Who y'all got skill? Give me skill.
Right.
Come on.
Drop, look at the bag.
You got skill? Give me skill.
This is Junior's candy bag. All right.
I'm gonna lay down.
Well, don't you have to get up to leave tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay down so I can try to get up early and do a hot shower to wake me up. Tomorrow, let him get in that shower for a little while with that shower.
You're not getting in the shower today?
No, them towels not dry. I'm gonna bring that shower tablet in here. Let him get in there and let him open up a little bit.
All right.
He just need to take that medicine tonight.
All right, no problem.
I should have got Chloroseton, but maybe he can get NyQuil tonight.
Yeah, whatever's in here. It all worked the same. The NyQuil don't put him to sleep no faster than melatonin would because he fights it. So it doesn't matter what you give him, he ain't going to sleep. He'd be up all night.
I lost four.
That's too bad.
Well, I need one for the road tomorrow.
Give her the bag. I don't know if Tay have any more in there. All right, y'all, we finna talk about this show. Okay, I'm not gonna be on here long because I don't feel like it.
Tell them about
it. Because I don't.
That's your business.
And that is.
Thank you. That was another one in there. I prayed about it. I prayed. It was a solid prayer. Another song. I prayed about it. You answered my prayer.
All right. So Quayshawn, hello. Kayla, hello. Layla, Hiram. Hi. We're gonna get into it. I promise I'm not gonna keep y'all long.
Hey, you on? Okay.
That's my sister, child. Just let her do what she do, baby. She'll go away eventually. All right, so War Games kicked off with the women as they always do. And I have to admit, Aaliyah was correct about War Games being 50-50 with the advantage winning and losing. So she was right. I just want to make sure that y'all know that Aaliyah was correct. Okay, I'm a woman. I am a woman of my word. And I made sure to give her props. Okay, now let me tell y'all about this particular match. The women's War Games match wasn't bad, but it didn't start off great. And I hate to tell y'all this, but y'all precious Nia was the reason why it didn't start off great. She was very botchy. Very botchy. She was missing cues. I don't know what it was. Naomi had covered her head because she was about to get hit with the chair, which is what she was supposed to do. And of course, Nia, instead of her adjusting in the middle of this match, she don't know how to improvise. You can tell that that's an issue for her. So her being in this type of match is not her forte. And if I'm being honest with you, I really don't want to see her in another War Games match unless she can get herself together, because she just was not great. She just wasn't. And I really hate to say that. I don't mean no harm by it, but she just wasn't good. She didn't really tighten up and straighten up until everybody else got in the match. That is when she really was able to come into her own. But other than that, no. She was not doing well, to put it in a light terms. Candace had a moment, so did Bailey and everybody. They all had their time, but it wasn't like, it was blatant with the rest of the people in the match. It was majority Nia that was really having a hard time especially in the beginning. I don't think that she should have been first, especially with her never being in a War Games match. Oh, Donnie's here. Hi, Don. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yes, I am. I am talking about Nia Aaliyah. And I did give you your props because you were right about the War Games advantage. You were absolutely correct. So when you listen to this in playback, you will hear that you got your props right out the gate, babe. She should have been like third. Yes. Nia should have came in actually before Raquel came in. Similar to the way Solo had Jacob, Tongaloa, Tama Tonga go in. He put Bronson Reed in there early. That is how they should have did it for the women, but flip it. Raquel has had history in War Games. She understands the mechanics of that match. She should have been in there before Nia Jax was in there. I would have had Tiffany Stratton or Candice LeRae start. As a matter of fact, I would have chose Candice LeRae to start off the match first because it 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 just wasn't a good order. It wasn't a good order for her, and it really exposed her and her not having experience in this match. It just really made her stand out in the worst way. And everybody else did great. Tiffany Stratton did great for this being her first time in War Games. Even Liv did okay. Liv wasn't bad at all. Naomi did great for this being her first time in War Games. They all did really well. Oof. What quarter is that? I can't see. I just want to see the uniform, see the helmet. It's third. It's only third quarter. Mm-hmm. They look like razors. It's the way they layer, the way the paint. Feathers. Oh, they're feathers. Oh, okay. So, Don said, yeah, the champion should have been last. I think that she should have been right. Even if they had to put Raquel in there first, and then the order I would have had was Candice. Candice would have went first. Raquel, Tiffany, then Nia, then Liv. Only because Nia and Tiffany don't have any experience. The last three need to be the ones who don't have the experience. That's the way I would have done it. So Don is right. Having to go in last was the best opportunity for them. Okay. Now, outside of that, let me tell y'all about this match. When everybody finally got in, this was a fun time. Rhea Ripley's mask, her mask was gnarly. When I tell you that was the coolest shit I have seen in a long time with War Games, that mask was everything. Everything. It was so flipping cool. Let me see if I can get a picture of it so I can show y'all because it was so cool. It was so cool. So hold tight. All right. Let me show y'all the mask. Let me give y'all the mask. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right. So, in the spirit of things, let me show y'all this mask. This mask was the coolest shit I've seen. It was so good. It was so good. Then she had the girls out. That's what AJ said. He was like, she'll never wear no bra top. Rhea usually wears some type of halter or she wears a longer body waist, style top. But she had a stomach out, girls out, cheeks was out. I said, okay. People get married and they get free. You get free when you get married, honey. I was like, wow, crap is the devil. What a look. Leah's stupid. It was cool. And I just like Rhea's playfulness with her gear. Like between her and Zelina Vega, they really know how to, and Bliss, when Bliss ever decides to come back, they really know how to use their gear and have a good time with it. Bianca's gear was a contest winner, and that's why her gear was like that. Um Hello. She said she looks so good. I was like, okay, girly, right? Wasn't she fly? Like, Rhea's gear was dope. I loved Bailey's gear. I thought Bailey's gear was fire. And usually Bailey's gear is hit or miss. But this was dope. And I liked the little one arm jacket she had. I really enjoyed that. I loved her gear. Naomi's gear is reminiscent of the gear she usually wears. Bianca's gear was cute, but I don't know. I want to see what the other contest entrants had for her because her gear was cute, but I've seen Bianca execute better from people who have given her gear designs. And I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of this, but it's not terrible. It's just not one of my favorites. I wish these were chaps instead of the garter belt right here. I wanted those to be chaps. I think that was my biggest issue. EO Sky is just wearing what EO wears, honey. She is giving EO Sky. But they are the ones who won. Team Ripley is the one that won. Team Liv, they lost, babe. They lost. Now, Tiffany Stratton did attempt to cash in, but that cash in attempt was thwarted by Raquel Rodriguez, who ended up handcuffed to the ring, which rightfully so, you bitch. And then all the girls. Yeah, I was like, let me go make Bianca a gear because it wasn't reminiscent of the quality that she would make, and even as a fan submission, I was like, that was the one you picked. I want to see what the other ones were, but if she like it, I love it. I'm not gonna shit on it. It's her body. She wear what she want. And the man said blood for blood, and I was like, oh, yeah, it did. It had B for B on the front of the mask, and I think it meant back for blood. But she didn't get to crack Liv's face, but she sure took that meth head out and her cracked out friend. All of them got laid out. Tiffany Stratton was doing too much. She couldn't decide which champion to cash in on because she weird. So when Raquel was like, "What the hell you doing?" that thwarted all of that. And that led to EO coming in with the fire extinguisher, clearing out everybody. And that was the true turning point of this match. It shifted into Rhea Ripley's favor. As Liv thought she had the drop on her, Rhea got up after she got beat up with that damn bat. Because Liv left in the beginning, which was funny as hell. I was like, I know this bitch did not just walk out on her team in the middle of this match. But she just left to go get her bat. And I was like, girl, you could have brought that bat into the cage when you brought your stupid ass out there. Raquel wasn't holding nothing. Make her big ass hold it. That was just dumb. That was stupid. I'm like, what the fuck? She said, I'm tired of her not cashing in, girl. Girl, at this point,
Just do a fair cash in.
I don't know. They may have her cash in at WrestleMania. Because ain't no woman cashed in at Mania yet. So they may just have her cash in at Mania.
Of all people to have WrestleMania cash in front of women, you give it to Tiffany Stratton?
I don't know, Jared. They've been strapping the rocket to Tiffany Stratton. And to be fair, Tiffany's not bad. She might be, a little bit of a lackey for Nia. But ring-wise,
well, I'm going to need that rocket to malfunction a little bit.
Ring-wise, Tiffany Stratton is solid. I don't have to like you to appreciate what you do in the ring. I don't have to like none of that. Because I don't like a lot of wrestlers. Pardon my French, but I don't really care for Nia Jax personally, and she don't give a fuck about me. But that's another conversation for another day. But I can appreciate what she does in the ring. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, given the trajectory of what we're seeing as how she still has the briefcase, we're heading into Mania season. This is the end of the year. This is the last major PLE of the year besides Saturday Night Main Event. This is it. So if she ain't cashing in this year, then I suspect Triple H gonna do some fuck nigga shit, and next year at Mania she cashing in on somebody. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be mad. She ain't never given up that purse. That purse, not the purse. Tiffany checks all the boxes. I'm gonna need the fuel to run out immediately. It's gonna be a nasty, filthy word. It definitely is, and I'm not. I don't care if it's on Nia Jax. Then she deserved it. As long as it's on Nia, or if Liv still got the title, it's on Liv Morgan. Then I don't care. But if it's gonna be on Rhea Ripley, then you pissing me off. Like you pissing me off right now. Like that girl face done been broke. Her arm was in a sling for 3 months. Her man cheated on her, national TV child. Ugh. Give her a break, honey. Damn. Even Liv didn't have to deal with this shit. Okay? Liv got to go home. Shit. Rhea got to come back and still deal with y'all hoes. Okay? After y'all tried to break this lady's face. Shit. But anyways. He said, well, Rhea shouldn't have another championship anyways. You can feel however you want to feel. You're entitled to that. I disagree. Rhea could drop it to somebody else, not Tiffany Stratton. If she ever gets the title back, I definitely don't want to see fucking Tiffany Stratton with it off of Rhea Ripley's back. No. Make Liv, if you're going to do it, make Liv be the one who gets the comeuppance. Shit, Liv ain't had the answer for none of her actions at all. She ain't had no consequences for her actions. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley done had a full domino effect of everything she done did. Yeah. And Liv Morgan ain't got shit. So whether she gets the title back or not is irrelevant to me. It don't need to be on Rhea Ripley's back. It don't need to be on nobody's back that don't deserve it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if it's a match and you do it the way that Seth did it and you turn it into the triple threat, that's different. Oh. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Well, it took a whole year for Rhea to get her karma. And it's about to be a year heading into next year if they still going with this shit. We've been having a deal with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley since before SummerSlam. It's December. It's getting ready to be December in a couple days. So let's start from November, October, September, August, July, June. So when did Rhea come back? Sometime in June, like late June or like mid-July? Because she left after Mania. So it was April, May, June. So it had to be end of June, early July. So that means July, August, September, October, November, December. We getting ready to go into 6 months. We going into 6 months of being in the same song and dance. I'm not talking about her getting no comeuppance with what Rhea Ripley did to her, because that'll happen on its own time. I'm talking about Liv Morgan getting what she deserved for all the chaos she has caused around her. The costing of Bianca and Belair in a potential match against her. You got her not only costing Awesome Truth the tag team titles, but incessantly interfering in everybody else's matches, assuming the same role that Rhea had that she bitched and moaned about. Nah, I need comeuppance. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I need consequences. Just like Rhea got her consequences and I was cheering for that shit, I need Liv to get hers. It's been 6 fucking months, bitch. 6. This nigga said it's been since 2022. I am so tired of you. Roman been getting his ass whooped for the last 6 months. I don't know what the fuck you've been watching, but if I was you, I would be paying attention to his comeuppance since he lost at Mania. That was his comeuppance. And then coming back and getting your ass whooped time and time again, getting humbled by your former enforcer, getting humbled by your cousin who is now on the same level as you on par. Did you see what the crowd did when he came out? The fuck? Roman been getting his comeuppance, babe. Not you need to live off the screen. Jesus. Raquel is such a waste of a return. You know what? That's on Raquel. She like being a lackey. That's her business. We have been showing they've been showing us Liv versus Rhea since JD was in a trio. That is disappointing. I don't even count that shit. Take them out and add Lash. I told y'all in my review of SmackDown that Lash Legend deserves to be on SmackDown and she deserves to be a star on SmackDown. I can't necessarily say that Jakara is on her level, but I think given time, Jakara will get there. But Lash Legend is beyond ready and more than prepared. We got to move on. Now, I had the order of these matches absolutely correct, which I'm very proud of myself for this. I'm very proud because they could have switched this shit around, but they didn't. Okay, so they went with Shinsuke Nakamura and LA Knight up next. LA Knight and Shinsuke, they had a decent match. I wasn't mad at it. I was happy with the outcome of the match. I was a little bit surprised, I'm not going to lie, because throughout the match, it seemed like they were just going to let LA Knight keep his title and then extend the feud between the two men, which they still could do. But they didn't. They pulled the trigger. Shinsuke Nakamura was ruthless. And he got a new theme when he was in the PLE. His theme from last night was different from the theme he had today. And I was like, well, what was with the change? Why'd y'all do this? What happened? You know, what we doing? What's going on? But ultimately, Shinsuke Nakamura picked up the W and is now your new United States champion. Which, shout out to you, Shinsuke, because I Shinsuke Nakamura since I have seen him in NXT. I'm very happy and very proud of him. I'm glad that he is back and I'm glad that he is happy and living his best life, honey. I really am. Y'all hear some noise in the background. It's just my nephews and my brother coming home because they was out of town for Thanksgiving. Anyways, said IDK, I need JD to crumble. Child, that is something we all need. Beef Cab can get pushed. That's true. I like Beef on the microphone. Beef Fab is great. I think in the ring she has become amazing. And shout out to Natalia for working that girl and getting her together. I love Beef Fab. So and I've always had a soft spot for her, but I wanted her to improve. And I knew she had it in her. I just needed her to bring it out. And Natalia, she was able to bring it out of her, and she did a good job. I can't lie. The boat did what the boat always does, and she's the best in the world. Um, so BFAB for sure can be pushed. Nah, in the pre-show they were discussing this match, and Jackie was like, "Titles has never changed hands in Vancouver." Yeah, well, we're gonna get to why I was kind of low key thinking that this title wasn't going to change hands because I assumed that this title wasn't going to change hands either, and it didn't. It definitely didn't. So let me see if I got the right picture. Yeah. So Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus, hands down, this is my favorite match of the night. I love this match, and I knew that this match was gonna eat the way that I wanted it to, and it did. Braun Breaker is he's impeccable in the ring. I never take away from his in-ring capabilities. I just don't like the way the man talks. He's very soft-spoken, and when he gets mad, he just sounds like a little 13-year-old yelling. And it turns me off. It makes me go, shut the fuck up. Ain't no light in the ass voice man gonna talk to me like this. Like, get some bass in your voice, bruh. Anyways, so they had the best match of the night, in my opinion. I thought that they all, like I said, they dance very well together. Sheamus obviously is your veteran. He's gonna set the pace for this match. Ludwig Kaiser is a sleeper. He always has something in the chamber, and he very much did. And Braun Breaker is your explosion. He's always got some type of burst of energy that he's gonna invigorate into this match, and that is exactly what he did. All three of these men played their roles very, very well, and it was very fun to watch. So shout out to y'all and respect to y'all because y'all put on an amazing show in this match. Okay. Hold tight, y'all. Let me get the rest of these pictures. Okay. But ultimately, Braun Breaker was able to pick up the win. You see, at the end of this match, Ludwig Kaiser was beating the hell out of Sheamus with the shillelagh. And as he beat Sheamus up, he was thinking that he was going to be able to take Sheamus down. Well, Braun Breaker got up, speared him. Ludwig Kaiser down for the count. No pun intended. On the outside of the ring. This led to a beaten and battered Sheamus getting up and getting speared for like the second time or third time in this match. There was no way he was going to be able to kick out of that or at least try to get his shoulder up. He was beaten down, and it was time to call it. And so Braun Breaker has retained his Intercontinental Championship. However, I do not think that this is the end for Sheamus or Ludwig Kaiser. I think that they're going to revisit this individually at some point against Braun Breaker. Maybe one of them will face off against him at Saturday Night Main Event. I don't know. But I don't think Braun Breaker is going to be done defending his championship, especially against those two. With that being said, we come into the match that I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. My brain was telling me that this was going to be some bullshit. But this is the World Heavyweight Championship match. And in this match, Gunther performed like Gunther should. He didn't seem like he was hesitating or afraid. He seemed like he was already set and definitely was defending himself. And as soon as he saw that Damian Priest's shoulder was injured, that was it for Damian Priest. And it's Gunther is a hard person to beat when he has that type of moment in a match. If he sees blood in the water, he's gonna attack. And that's exactly what happened. What? It's up there. Dry can get it because it's back there behind that stuff. If he sees or smells blood in the water, he's gonna attack, and that's exactly what he did. He worked Damian Priest's shoulder over, and I heard Michael Cole say that he told the referee that his shoulder was out. Now I didn't see it; doesn't mean that it wasn't. But as he was on the ground and he was looking at Damian, he got back in the ring, and that's when Finn Balor popped up and did a coup de grace on Damian's chest. Gunther was pissed because this is how Gunther beat Damian Priest before. This is how he beat him before. And this is one of the reasons why Damian Priest believes that he could still beat Gunther if given the opportunity with no interference and he's fully healthy. This is why he believed he could beat him. Not to mention, Gunther has been shaken, to the core since he lost to Cody Rhodes. So with Finn coming out there, I knew he was coming because Finn would not let this go that Damian Priest was given another opportunity, which I don't understand because Finn Balor legitimately had 3 shots, 3 at the title when Seth freaking Rollins had it. He had 3 opportunities to get that championship from him, and he didn't get it. I don't get why he didn't just let it go, but he can't. He's obsessing over Damian Priest. And this leads me to believe that Damian Priest is more than likely going to face off against Finn Balor again, which that may happen at Saturday Night Main Event. But Gunther may also address Finn Balor because he's pissed. So, and rightfully so to Gunther, because this undermines him as a champion, and it just proves that he can't beat Damian Priest on his own, which we all know that that's true. The performance that he gave tonight and what Damian Priest gave tonight is number one. These two men could definitely put on a banger of a match. This was a very, very fun match to watch. If you like watching two big dudes beat the hell out of each other, then you will have a good time with Gunther and Damian Priest. The problem is it lends to the validity of what Damian Priest has been saying, but it also lends to the craziness of Finn Balor and his incessant need to be in the conversation, despite the fact that he doesn't deserve to be in the conversation. Okay? He just doesn't deserve it. He hasn't earned it. You're so worried about Damian Priest. This is why they should have lost them tag team titles. It would have made more sense to me if they lost the tag team titles on Monday and then that Finn went off the deep end. Right, babe? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would make sense. Rather than letting them retain the championships, locking the damn tag team division down again, only for Finn Balor to involve himself in something that don't have nothing to do with him. WWE, sometimes y'all storyline booking is not good. And this is problematic. This is not good, babe. Now, Gunther won. Congratulations to Gunther. That's about it with that one. Um, let's move into the men's war games. Because this one was interesting. In the men's war games, the men did very well. I'm glad that this year we got a good War Games match. Outside of last year's War Games match, which was good, but this year's War Games match was really good. There was a lot riding on this match. There was a lot invested in this match. Kayfabe wise, the storyline, Roman Reigns' validity as a tribal chief, the whole nine. As they were getting into the War Games match, everybody came out. All of Bloodline 2.0 came out together. But Bloodline, OG Bloodline, they all came out to their own individual music and monikers. Roman wasn't even the last man to come out. It was Jey Uso who was the last one to come out because he started the match. They also started the match on the new Bloodline side with Tama Tonga. Now, if the match hadn't went the way it went with the women, I would have said that was wrong. But with Tama Tonga being the seasoned wrestler that he is, him being in the ring one-on-one with Jey Uso wasn't that bad of a deal for him. You feel me? He was able to show out and show and prove. That man is crazy. He climbed on the damn... he stayed on the top part of that ring, just climbing across all 4 walls of that War Games chamber. Okay? Just giving very much monkey, okay? And that's not even me trying to be disrespectful to him. It's just the visual aspect of it reminded me of how the monkeys swing from trees and climb on branches. Okay, let me make sure I clarify. somebody getting their feelings in the count. Okay, I'm not. Relax. Relax. This match was fun. It didn't really start to really get off the rockers until they got ready to introduce Sami Zayn into the match. And when the third member of the OG bloodline was getting ready to go in, Don said, that's what I said. When the third bloodline member was getting ready to go in, Punk was going to go out there, but Roman stopped him and sent out Sami Zayn. So by then, you had Sammy, Jimmy, Jay, Bronson Reed, Jacob Fatu, and you had Tama Tonga in there. And then they was getting ready to send Tonga Loa in there after that. I had a little bit of a brain freeze right there. But anyways, so they were evening out. And you know the match goes every 5 minutes, a new member enters, and the advantage came from Bloodline 2.0 side. So he said, which that part I to agree with Roman. I mean, I don't feel like it would have mattered who got in first and who didn't. I feel like if CM Punk wanted to go out there, let him go out there. It wouldn't have changed how things went down. But I'll give y'all the cliff notes. When everybody got inside the ring, Roman had to climb the rope, to climb the side of the ring to get in. Solo had locked it with a different chain and padlock. He knew where the key was. He couldn't get in. So Roman had to climb in the ring. In order for the match to start, all members of both teams have to be in the ring. So it was dumb for Solo to to padlock the door because the match will never end if Roman doesn't get in it. And you can't win without Roman being in there. What you should have done is made sure all 4 of your members were up, alert, and ready to go. So when Roman got in, he had to fight all of y'all, which is what he ended up having to do. But you could have had that started off. Very similar to what happened with Rhea Ripley when she got in there. All 5 members of Liv Morgan's team were up and alert and ready to attack. That is what you should have been doing. They understand the concept of the match, baby. You can't win without Roman being in there. So locking him out doesn't do anybody any good, not even you. Okay? Next time, make sure you read the rules. Michael Cole tell us the rules every time. Now, here's where the match started to turn. Once Roman got in, there was a moment on the other side, on the other ring, where Roman was trying to spear somebody. I think it was Solo. He sidestepped him, and he ended up spearing CM Punk, and he had somebody on his shoulders. I think it was Jacob. He had on his shoulders, get ready to go to sleep, and Roman suffered a nasty spear from from CM Punk suffered a nasty spear from Roman. Everybody, including myself, was like, oh, shit. This is about to be some bullshit. Now, before they even got to that, Paul Heyman had to come down there and remind them that they had to do this together, which they ultimately ended up doing. In this match, Jacob Fatu was able to take out everybody. Once everybody was laid out, CM Punk was placed on the table. No, Roman was placed on the table and CM Punk was still laid out. Jacob was getting ready to jump off of that damn... It was Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed was getting ready to tsunami onto Roman, and he climbed up to that top corner and tsunamied off that top corner, and fucking CM Punk saved Roman's life because that shit would have killed him. There's no way. There is no way he would have survived that shit. CM Punk saving him was a shocker to me because after he suffered that fucking spear, I would have let him eat that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'd be like, nigga, that's fucked up. Y'all cool? Y'all cool? Okay. Pull that nigga over in the corner. Let him rest it up. Shit. Hey. I was speared. I couldn't do nothing. Okay, I was laid out. He a better man than me, bitch. Because I would have let his ass get towed up. He'd have got tsunami today. Anyways, after that, Roman realized, like, even though you and I don't see eye to eye on everything, we got a common goal and we need to get this shit done. He extended his hand to CM Punk to pick him up. He got him up. They all stood up together. Solo was over there by himself. By then, Jacob Fatu had got taken out by Jimmy, and he jumped off the fucking top rope, top of the damn cage, doing that frog splash on the Jacob, because Jacob's knee was messed up. Child, I'm gonna be like, my eyes was closed, period. Jacob's knee got messed up in the match. Tongaloa and Tama Tonga, they both got beat up. You know, Sammy did a haluva kick on one of them. One of them suffered a blue thunder bomb. Like, they was laid out. Solo's team was dead in the water, and Solo was there by himself. He did his battle cry. The Usos super kicked him in the face. Solo got haluva kicked, and then he was thrown into a go to sleep, a GTS, and Roman hit the spear, and that was end game. The OG bloodline won, which gives Roman the advantage to be able to leverage to get his Ula Fala back and become the original tribal chief once again. However, they won, and there was some mutual respect at the end of this match from Sammy and from the tribal chief over to God, I can't talk today. To CM Punk. He gave him his respect. He hugged his cousins and Sammy because that's his family. And he gave CM Punk his respect. They shook hands in the ring. But when they came outside of that cage, Paul Heyman hugged CM Punk and he said, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. He said, we did it. I'm so appreciative. And he said, CM Punk said, we survived. And he said, I'm going to come for that favor. And when I come for that favor, please grant my favor. And Paul Heyman obliged. Pauline obliged and said, I got you. I don't know what that favor going to be. But if that favor is a match with Cody Rhodes or some shit like that, child, we gonna be in trouble, okay? Trouble. We gonna be in trouble, bitch. I don't know what that favor gonna be, but I am curious about said favor, okay? She said, Remy D said, when did Jacob start using Bianca and Tiffany's moves? Said, baby, he always been like that. Jacob Fatu has always been like that, Remy. He has always been like that. It don't matter what you see in WWE. That's a small taste of what he actually can do and what he's capable of. The MLW stuff, if it's up on YouTube or you can find it, baby, you need to go back and watch it. Because when I tell you Jacob Fatu is one of the most agile big dudes I've seen, Jacob was doing the shit he's doing right now at 300 plus pounds. And we talking backflipping off of the top ropes, not the turnbuckle, the ropes, and using the ropes as the leverage to flip himself over. Jacob was doing that shit with no fucking shoes on. He was jumping to the top turnbuckle with no shoes on and Hurricane Rana people at 300 plus pounds. He was nuts. Well, I tell y'all, and for y'all who don't know about Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, y'all need to go look them up too. New Japan is where you could start. Ring of Honor, OG Ring of Honor. Once they get the stuff up on Max, and you can actually watch it. Hopefully, I'm hoping when they do, they put that OG Ring of Honor stuff on Max. Because if you don't, If they don't do that, they doing themselves a massive disservice in AEW. The OG Ring of Honor stuff is really good, and that's where you can see God as well. They were over there in Ring of Honor at one point, but they were very, very big in New Japan. They were also a part of Bullet Club with Finn and the brothers, Good Brothers. Um, I mean, the Elite and them were a different offset faction of the Bullet Club, but that's where it's at. All cigarettes and Hennessy, baby. Tell them, because they oh, that man's a monster. Yes, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive film study on him, baby. You gonna be shocked. Get you some snacks and something to drink,
Right.
cause you're gonna be sitting there trying to figure out how the fuck he do this shit. Cause especially when Contra took over,
Contra,
baby, hey, baby, it was game time, okay. And Jacob was champion for a while, like 2 years. He was champion for like 2 years before Contra imploded. Even after Contra imploded, he was still champion. He was champion for a while. He was a good champion too. But y'all, that was Survivor Series. If I had to give Survivor Series a grade, I would say Survivor Series was a solid. To me, it was an A minus. None of the matches really fell flat. All of them were very good. Storyline be damned. A lot of them were really good, and you still can build on some of these stories with inside these War Games matches, and you also can build on the stories that were outside of the War Games matches. The only thing I wish they would have done is I wish they would have done the United States tournament for the women. This first round should have finished on this PLE. They should have had Electra. They should have had, well, because Naomi's in that match and she's in there, she couldn't do that. So I understand it. I still say they should have had the match on there. They should have had their match Friday, and then they should have had the first match of the semifinals this week at Survivor Series. And I know you're gonna say, well, Bailey was in the match, but more than likely, I don't think Naomi's was gonna win. I wouldn't have had her win so I could have that extra women's match on this card because there was only one women's match on the card. To me, you got enough in the back to make this worthwhile. If you weren't going to do that, then you should have kicked off the Intercontinental Women's Championship on this card. You should have done something. You know what I'm saying? You should have done something. I still say they could have done a fatal four-way. Fair. Swap that out for the IC match and put that on Raw. You could have put one of the first rounds of the IC match over here on this card, and then you could have put that second round on Monday Night Raw, and then you could have, rolled on with it. By the time we hit Saturday Night Main Event, you would have caught up, and we would have both of those title matches on the show for Saturday Night Main Event. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all know what y'all doing over there in WWE. Y'all do not know what y'all doing. Anyways, so we are done, ladies and gentlemen. Survivor Series is in the books. And we love that for us. We do. Because we get a little bit of a break. You know what I'm saying? Raw and SmackDown and everything finna slow down just for a couple weeks till January. Okay? January 6th, child. They picked a horrible date, but January 6th is when they debut over on Netflix. But next week, we are going to get NXT's Deadline. And we have the championship on the line for Deadline. And we also have the Deadline Iron Survivor Challenge matches for the men and for the women. And there also will be a tag team match for the tag team titles at Deadline. So y'all be sure to come back Monday when we talk about Monday Night Raw. And Tuesday, I will be watching NXT. Wednesday, we will do our review of it. We're going to do all that stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm over it already, so moved on, it's scary.